Elections remain a closely watched issue in Wisconsin, one of the few swing states each election cycle. Friday morning, state representatives along with members of the Democracy Defense Project spoke about election security at UW-Stevens Point at Wausau. The DDP is made up of former leaders in both political parties who all say that elections in Wisconsin are safe and secure. However, they are not perceived that way.
Right now we have, with the voter ID that we instituted many years ago now here in the state of Wisconsin, I think we have very, very good elections. What we don't have is the public confidence necessarily in our elections.
The speakers at the roundtable highlighted what has voters frustrated, including the time it takes to count ballots, both in person and absentee.
Being able to process those ballots earlier on so that folks aren't waiting 2, 3, 4 a.m. to find out the results of an election, or they see some massive shift and then they wonder, well, how was it, this way at midnight, but now at 2 a.m. The election is going in a completely different direction. You can't blame people for being skeptical.
Those concerns are currently being addressed in the state legislature. Last week, Representatives Scott Krug and Lee Snodgrass introduced an election reform package with some different ideas.
I have a bill package about accessibility, about making sure young people can vote, making sure that those living with a disability can vote, and some voter education components as well.
The bill put forth by Representative Krug is called the, quote, trust package of bills, focusing on what the Rome Assemblyman calls common sense voting laws.
To make sure that we know results before we go to bed, that the person next to us who's voting is who they say they are, and that that person's actually eligible to vote.
A lot of conversation took place here between both current and former leaders in the state of Wisconsin. Members of the DDP agree with aspects of both bills. Both Representatives Snodgrass and Krug will expect their bills to go through a committee hearing process later this month before a vote could happen in November. Reporting in Wausau, I'm Dylan Eckert.